This is pure gasoline, and I made it from those regular grocery store plastic bags. Plastic bags are basically polyethylene, a giant polymer made of long chains of hydrocarbons. These molecules, made only of carbon and hydrogen, are the foundation of many everyday products. What we're going to do is take these massive plastic macromolecules and break them down into smaller pieces. This process is called cracking. Gasoline itself isn't a single substance. It's a mix of smaller hydrocarbons, typically with chains of 4 to 12 carbon atoms. Of course, we can't just throw a plastic bag straight into a pot. First, we need to gently heat it to remove air and compress it into a dense little ball. And we're not limited to grocery bags. Many types of plastic packaging can be used. It's important to prioritize plastics that are mostly pure hydrocarbons. Next, everything is sealed inside an aluminum container. I built this system using a catalyst called HY zeolite, placed both at the bottom and inside the container. This helps break the hydrocarbons into smaller molecules closer to gasoline. Now we just apply heat to start the cracking process. The first materials that come out are lighter, more volatile molecules, like cooking gas. We can collect some of it in a test tube. Since it's denser, it settles at the bottom and can be ignited when exposed to air. The heat from the forge was way too intense, so I switched to a stove. Unfortunately, the epoxy glue couldn't handle the promised 600 degrees and failed. I tried sealing the leak with clay, knowing it wouldn't be perfect. But it held for a little while, not long enough to recover everything we could have. If this had been properly built with steel, we could have produced liters of this liquid from that amount of plastic. Just to show you, this is how I tried to stop the leak, and this is the final condition of the setup. Anyway, back to our hydrocarbons. I think some water got mixed in, so I added a bit of sodium sulfate to dry it as much as possible. Then I transferred it to another container to refine the mixture, which contains diesel, kerosene, and other fractions. The color looks like this because of oxides pulled during distillation. As I said earlier, gasoline is a mixture of hydrocarbons, and they all have different boiling points. So we collect gasoline within a specific temperature range, roughly between 30 degrees C and 200 degrees C. Any vapor within that range is collected on the other side of the system. What remains are heavier molecules, mainly diesel and kerosene. And finally, the gasoline is ready. It can be colorless or slightly yellow. Look how easily it burns. And take a look at what's left on the other side. It's thicker and more viscous, since those molecules are larger and heavier.